Hey guys, thanks for checking in today. Up for sale here on eBay is my 1985 Mercedes 300 TD wagon. This car has a 5-cylinder turbo diesel engine, automatic transmission, and this is the 85 year, so this is the best year for the has the tall gearing rear end, so you actually can do better on the highway, get better gas mileage on the highway. Fuel mileage, sorry, since it's a diesel. Let's go ahead and start it right up here. We'll go for a quick little drive. I'll tell you a couple things about it. Now, if you're not too familiar with these Mercedes, you know, the W123 chassis, which is what this is probably one of the most reliable Mercedes that ever built. You know, these things are tanks. They were used as taxis all over Europe. I don't know why we don't use them as taxis here. I mean, it's a nice car. This car in particular has done 310,930 miles as of right now. I'll probably be putting more miles on it. I mean, I drive this thing all the time. This is a very reliable vehicle. Normally you wouldn't trust a car with that many miles to just go drive it anywhere. You know, you would want something, you know, newer or lower miles. But this car, it has not left me stranded. It's just a great running vehicle. You know, you'll be very happy to own a car like this. A couple features the car has: it has automatic climate control, power windows, power mirror. Power locks, power steering, power brakes. The car had an aftermarket radio in it. It was really cheesy looking, so I took it out, and I have finally found a factory Becker Electronica radio for it, and I'll probably be installing that shortly. It's not installed right now, but I'll probably put it in probably this weekend. It's nice weather out. About 60 degrees right now in a January up here in Northeast Ohio is pretty nice. Now, I say this car is in Northeast Ohio, that's where I live, but this car, if you check the Carfax, was originally sold in Florida. It bounced back and forth between Florida and I think it was maybe Georgia, and then back to Florida again. It didn't actually come up here until 2006. So this car is very rust-free. I mean, it has some rust. It has been here since 2006, and I believe it's probably been outside most of that time because I park it outside, and the previous owner parked it outside. So that's what attributes to a lot of the rust. It's not necessarily salt, but you know, moisture is one of the bad things for that. But the only rust that it has is there's a little bubbling on this passenger rear door, as long as a little bit by the handle on this door, and some on the tailgate. Just minor bubbling. You could probably sand that right back, treat it with a little bit of rust treatment, and paint it, and it would last a long time, no problems. Other than that, this body is very solid. I actually can't really see any dings or dents on it, surprisingly, for a car this old. It's actually pretty clean in that kind of area. The only other body work issue that I would maybe mention is that the hood does not quite line up perfect. It's close, but it's a little off on the right side. I think it has something to do with the hinge needs adjustment. But otherwise, it's a really good looking car. You know, this is a very different vehicle. That's what I always look for when I'm buying a car. Like, I want something different. I don't want, you know, everybody has a Hyundai Sonata these days, or a Ford Escape, or something like that. There's tons of those cars. Or even in collector car market, everybody's got a 57 Chevy, or a Camaro, or a Mustang. It's like, who's got a diesel Mercedes? Very few people. I mean, if you pull into a gas station with this thing, you know, more people will ask you about this car than they will about something else. For instance, I have a 2011 Challenger RT, and I hardly ever get anybody asking me about that car. This car, I get all sorts of people coming up asking about it. It's just different. You don't see them on the road, and it's just, the thing is it's such a reliable vehicle. You could use this as a daily driver. It's a great car. This 5-cylinder diesel, it starts up coldest days. It starts up just fine. You just I do the glow plug timer twice. I let it go twice just to be sure, and it'll start right up. I have not plugged it in ever to the engine block heater overnight. It just runs fine. Well, I'm just getting back to the house, guys, so I guess once I get back, I'll do a walk around to the outside of the car, and I'll show you some of the cool things the outside of the car has to offer. And as you've seen the interior, I'll show you better. You'll see the pictures, and you'll see a nice shot of the interior of everything, too. But at least you got to see how it drives and get to hear me talk about it, and good luck with your bidding. Thanks.